Hello and happy Mother's Day, happy Sunday. Welcome to another live stream. I am carrying on with the final pencils and inks for this Zenescope cover of Cinderella in a lingerie style outfit. So today I'm working on finishing up the final pencils and inks for this piece. I did not get any art done on Thursday, after the live stream on Thursday evening. I didn't get any art done on Friday, about an hour and a half or an hour on Saturday, and none today. So I haven't gotten very far, as you can see. Good evening, Rob. Happy Mother's Day to Mary. I hope that you're having a happy day so far, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you on this piece. Hopefully I'll make lots of progress and get this one off for final approval and for flats so that I can start coloring it next week. Hal, hello, welcome to the stream. Kevin Lester, Kenny, Ali, hello. It's good to be back, Hal. Thank you so much for the kind words. So, after working on this a bit further, I have changed my mind about the lace. I'm gonna not do that design because thinking forward into the coloring, I'm not super a fan of it. Ashley, hello. Christy Misty, Finn Cross. Good evening, Philip. Hello, hello. Thank you all so much for joining today. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I appreciate the kind words about the art too. You guys are awesome. So, this is actually a little bright, maybe. I don't know. Jerry, hello. Welcome to the stream. Okay. So, what I've been working on is figuring out the Clasp Connector. Let me see if I can zoom in and show you guys that a little bit more. All right, so that's how it's connecting. And because her knee is bent up, there is an excess of cloth right there. Even though it's a elastic usually, there's a bit of extra cloth, and so that's why I have it kind of creating a fold right there. Hello, Mark, True Deadman. Found your tablet, that's awesome. Steve, Seven, Stanley. Hello, everyone, happy Sunday, happy Mother's Day. And I am not showing the back strap. Technically, it would, like when you see, this is a Sherlock fur for everyone. When you see garters, technically they go like this, right? And they kind of are pulled up towards where the clasp is. I have done it incorrectly because I feel that that kind of curve is going to throw off the perspective of her leg. Now, granted, I'm sure that there's probably a proper way to do it. I have decided not to do it at all and just kind of treat them like as if they were the elasticy garters that can stay up on their own, but then put a clasp on it. Because of the way that her body is moving, I felt that it was going to look strange. So, know the rules, break the rules. I have no idea, Steve. Jesse Russell, hello, welcome to the stream. All right, and I'm thinking to make her panties. The tiny little bit of it that you see, I'm also going to do that in lace. I researched and looked up a few different types of lace, and I think the type that I like the most is the Chantilly style lace. I don't really know a ton about lace. I should know more, which I don't. It's kind of one of those things that's really irritating to draw, so I kind of don't study it. I just kind of scribble and carry on living my life. But I'll try to do a little bit more detailing in the lace since that's kind of the main item in this piece. Brian, looking forward to seeing you at Fan Expo Dallas as well. Steph, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a fantastic evening, and as always, thank you for the share. Hello, Alvaro in Madrid. Thank you, Juan. Happy Mother's Day to Katie as well. Lacy ones. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I've adjusted the rows up by her head, and so that one is finished. Hello, Hezi. Welcome to the stream. Actually, I'm gonna load Twitch really quickly, which does sometimes make my screen here, or at least my live stream, it glitches it for a second, but it's just because I'm opening Twitch. I don't know why that happens, but I think it does. But I'm just gonna open Twitch so that I can thank people who give me follows and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just the same. It's my name, Dawn McTagg, at when you go to Twitch. Yep, I'm loading Twitch and it's glitching. There we go. Hezi the cartoonist, thank you so much for the follow. Gotta get back to work. Thank you. Thank you so much, Finn Cross. I hope you have a fantastic week. Elisa, hello. Ed, hello and happy Sunday. Okay. So this is my fuzzy sweater. Here, let me show you guys. It has a hood. And it's very warm. Finally, something warm. Joyanne, hello. Welcome to the stream. What the fan art? Hi. Welcome, welcome. So I'm going to go ahead actually and erase the lace pattern that I have here, because I'm going to do something a little bit differently. But I don't want to erase everything, so I'm just using my kneaded eraser. It's fine if there's still some lines there. Maybe I'll come in with one of the more intense erasers in a minute. Ow, stuck. Am I doing a pre-commission list for Fan Expo Dallas? If I will be taking any commissions, I do it through my email list. So if you're subscribed to that, I will send out the options that I'm offering, and it's first come, first serve to answer the email. Thank you, Hezi. It's great, True Deadman. Thank you. And happy Mother's Day to you too, Joyanne. Thank you, Rob. Kara, hello. Sir Epoch, hello. Thank you so much for joining today. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you, Clever Santos. Hello. So this is my more serious business eraser. It is so effective. I really like it. It is the Tombow Mono Stick. So I have two sizes of stick erasers that I use. They're both from Tombow. This one's for smaller details, but it's not as effective an eraser for bigger areas. Not only because it's small like this, but because it has to be a much harder eraser than this one, because it would probably break if it was this soft eraser type. But this one is really effective at getting in and doing a clean erase. I really love it. Did I get any Mother's Day gifts from Sherlock? Absolutely not. Though yesterday he did a fur ball. So I suppose that was his gift. I did. Thank you, Jeff Martin. And hello. Happy Sunday. All right, there we go. Clean slate. And I'm going to be typing in Chantilly Lace. I actually feel like that will go better with her character as well. Fur ball to christen the new house, right? And oh my God, okay, so we had gotten like an area rug from Costco. And we were hoping that the color would work with the floors and, you know, the room for our living room. And the colors didn't work. It didn't match, you know, once we rolled it out and stuff. It looked like it would be perfect online, but it didn't work in here. So I immediately rolled it up and put it back in the bag to return it, you know. And I'm so glad I did, because I put back our old carpet and Sherlock did a fur ball on it. And it's a white carpet, so it's not exactly the easiest to clean, but oh my God, I'm so grateful that I had our old one and not the one that we need to return. It's like, oh yeah, we're returning it because our cat did a fur ball on it. Mr. Blu-ray, thank you so much for the raid. Please feel free to post your links or whatever you would like to share with us. Hannibal Grimm, thank you so much for the follow. Speaking of Sherlock, he's getting into my desk on the other side. Mister, this is not for you. You can't be getting into everything. And here, you need to say hello. Say hello to everybody. Hello, everyone. Down to the floor he goes. It really did tie the room together. No, it didn't. It didn't work. It was a little bit too cool toned. Okay. He is. Is that cute kitty or huge kitty? It's a drive-by Sherlock, yes. Okay. Chantilly Lace. Let's see images. No, I don't want, yes. I don't even know what constitutes Chantilly Lace, because I'm seeing so many different types of Chantilly Lace. So is it the pattern that's Chantilly Lace or something else? Thank you for sharing your Instagram, Mr. Blu-ray. Hello, Marty. Yes, Sherlock has really been a whole thing as far as helping unpack, quote unquote. He is getting into every box. He's getting into all of our trash bags. Such the trash panda. Were made of silk and were generally black, which made them suitable for morning wear. All right, it is a song, from what I'm gathering, but it's not just a song, it's a type of lace, like for real. Hello, Kylie! Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do is I will put a flower rose-like in appearance. Hello, Matthias. Tom, hello. Welcome to the stream. Nope, do not like. We're just winging it and just doing some random little scroll work. Maybe I'll put some little leaves coming off from it. And random leaves coming off of there. And I think the main thing, I just don't want it to be too intense, too much detail to where it's just overwhelming, you know? Like, because this piece, I have to bear in mind that this piece is going to be shrunken down to about half the size for the comic book. And so any detail, of course, is just going to get compressed. And then I don't want it to get so compressed that it just gets lost and looks muddy. So I need to try to think that through and make sure that I'm not going too far. But I also don't want to not put enough that it looks lackluster. Thank you, Neil. Dawn's pores are safe for now. Yay! Oh no, please don't look at my pores. Yes, the noodling opportunities are endless. That is true, Steve. It seems as though a lot of the patterns, though, is not really what I'm going for, so I'm just kind of winging it. I was thinking I could look at a Chantilly pattern, but they're not, you know, I've already kind of chosen this edging, so I think I'm going to have to move forward with that. But the plain roses, when I'm thinking through the fact that her outfit is, for all intents and purposes, Cinderella's color palette, which is what I'll need to do here in order for it to be clear that it is Cinderella, is baby blue and like a ice white, I think. Exactly the correct terminology for her white, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it would be a winter white. It's definitely on the cooler tone. It's not like a cream or something like that. It would be more of a ice white. So those colors, putting them as sheer lace over skin, I just felt that I needed to do a slightly different style of detail here. Dr. Dark, hello, welcome to the stream. Oh, sorry, Tom. It started, it wasn't really snowing today, at least where we are. It was like slush rain. So it was big droplets, but kind of frozen, like it was raining a Slurpee. So it's just a little bit more damp and cold today. It's Cinderella with a C. I don't like this base part. It looks a little bit like an octopus. So I actually might just do a little point and leave it there, and then the rest can just be mesh or something. And I want this whole part to almost have a like a fishnet style edge to it. So it's not completely solid, nor is it fully mesh. It's like a thicker band lines in the lace. Something kind of like that. I think that might look pretty nice. Yeah, I'm becoming happy with that. Thank you, Mark Woodward. Much appreciated. Have a fantastic evening. I don't know if you guys can hear him snoring. Let me see if I move, if you can see him. He's right there on the ground. That's Sherlock. I guess you can see his head. And if you hear random snores, that would be him. It's pretty amazing that he's actually in here, though. Maybe it's because I'm not yelling at you guys so much. Sorry, I just kicked the cam. All right, so something like this is working for me. It's working enough. He found some sunlight. Yeah, he's really into patches of sunlight right now. Anywhere that there's a, you know, a bit of sunlight coming through the blinds or whatever, Sherlock's in it. Oh, Roxy snores really loud too. Sherlock is so loud. He snores like crazy. And because he's a cat and he sleeps all day long, I literally like don't even notice his snoring. Okay, so same pattern here. I'm just going to follow this center little thing, turn it into a diamond, come all the way down, and that's creating the little bumpy bits. Bump, another diamond, and the diamond tails, they're like off-center diamonds. Brian, hello, welcome to the stream. How's it going? There we go. So for now, I'm just going to do all the lines going down. And because her boob is round, the seashell, it's starting to look a little bit like a seashell right now. I don't know if you see that. Hello, Dawn. Welcome to the stream. I'm a bit tired, but I have to keep the energy up for my stream in a bit later. Okay. Yep. Know that one. Okay, and then I've got it coming down like this. And I'm just going to try to decide now which the scroll work piece skips a step. So I think actually I'm going to do it here. Then this one is just going to be dots down the center, this one as well. I need to move it over a little bit. It's a little bit too close right there. I'm going to move it over. There we go. That just needed a little bit more space. Okay, and then it would be here. Oops, wrong one. Wrong one. Very nice, Dr. Dark. That's awesome. No, no pores. No pores. Thank you, Tom. Happy Mother's Day to everyone on the stream, too. I know. It's so unfortunate. I truly wish that if I put my hand here, you couldn't see my pores. I've been doing great, Brian. I finally got the... Not finally. It's just I'm moving, so they went to my old address, but I got the Olo markers and I printed out the Olo color chart. And so I'm looking forward to actually coloring it in. And what I did, I'll actually show you guys what I did. So I don't really have a case for the Olos yet, and I must have a case for everything, as you know. Thank you, Philip. I appreciate you putting the Olo thing there. All right, so here are the Olo markers. Oh, there we go. So they're in this bag. And one side, so this is what they're going to look like. One side is the chisel point. So the gray side is chisel, and the black side is the brush. Can't tell which one is Sherlock. This one, right here, right below me right there. You can see a little tiny dark gray spot. The carpet in the back I actually got for Sherlock to sleep on, and he doesn't like it. Sad Dawn is sad. Okay, so they did send us like a hex chart style situation. So they sent us this to print out, and so what I did is I had my local printer print it out on my Cougar paper that I use, and it's close enough to your average paper that's used in a blank or whatever. So just a piece of cardstock. So this is my Cougar art paper, and my printer has it, like I bought a box and they keep it there and print my stuff on it when I need it. And then I had it printed on a piece of Arches paper. I'm going to take a look at my screen to see if you guys can detect the difference in color. Do you see the difference in the paper color? Maybe it'll be more clear like this. So this is the Arches hot press paper. This right here is Arches hot press paper, and it's far more cream toned than regular Bristol board, for instance. So this is your regular cardstock, and this is the Arches hot press paper. And so you guys can see it. So that's the difference in paper tone, which I'd never really put them side by side before, but it's pretty intense how different the paper is. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be filling it out on both sheets of paper, each tone. So let's see, this is Y0, yellow, orange, yeah. So Y0, 2.3, so it would go right here, and I'm going to put it on this one and on that one so that I can see how it actually looks on my watercolor paper, which with my Copic one, I haven't done that. So I've been trying to just be like, okay, so that's the tone, but it's going to look darker because watercolor paper is far more absorbent. And so all of my alcohol-based markers end up looking a lot darker on watercolor paper than they do on regular. So I'm always having to kind of run that through in my head. But now that I have both pieces of paper and I have a top loader for it, and once I fill this out, I'll have both sides that I can look at the same time while it flip back and forth, which is going to be way handy. So this is going to be a fun little project to do at some point. Yes, Arches has a bit more of a yellow undertone. And then the colors themselves are far more absorbed into the paper. Like watercolor will definitely suck up your alcohol inked markers, or any marker really. It's just going to suck it in a lot more than your average paper would. So it's good to be able to see both. Okay, so this is going to be a project for another day. For right now, I need to keep going on this cover so that I don't miss my deadline. So Zenescope does know that I am in the process of moving and unpacking, and it's hard for me to draw in a mess. So it's one of my personality flaws, is that I really can't do it. So the move is making it a little harder for me to work. But they are aware that I'm moving, but I'm still going to do my very best to make it by the deadline. So putting these away, and I'll be right back to get back to drawing. Dropping things. Sorry, did I wake you up? Elisa, I am working on Cinderella. So it's a lingerie variant cover, I suppose. He did not look happy. Yeah, he gets really pissed when I wake him up. Like sometimes I can't find him, and I'll start getting scared that like he got out of the house or something like that. So the other day, it was when we first moved in, and Dan fixed it, but the front door of the house would sometimes, you had to really pull it until it clicked, and not everybody knew that in the moving back and forth. And so a couple times I would go downstairs and the door would be open, and I'm like, oh fuck, we lost Sherlock, you know? And so I couldn't find him, and so I was running all over the house, got the kids involved. We're like yelling, Sherlock, Sherlock, where are you? You know, looking everywhere for Sherlock. And then I come up the stairs from the basement, and Sherlock's at the top of the stairs, and his eyes were slits of rage. He was looking at me like, you crazy ass bitch, why'd you wake me up from my nap? God damn it. He was so mad. Which is more distraction, to try to draw when the room is messy or when we're in chat? Probably you guys in chat, because I don't want to ignore you. I have to try very hard to ignore the mess, but the mess, you know, I'm not rude to the mess if I'm ignoring the mess. Okay, let me see. You have natural sunlight coming into your new stream. Yes, I do. I have more natural sunlight. I mean, granted, in my other streaming room, I also had very large windows. I just kept the blinds closed, and they were dark wood blinds. So they were like an espresso wood blind, or close enough, right? Here they're white blinds. So the sun is going to come through a lot more anyway. But I'm trying to not be such a dungeon dweller as a human being. So I am trying to embrace sunlight whenever I can. When I have a migraine, that's not happening. But in general, I'm trying to be a little bit more sunshine and happiness. Oh, when he shows up, Tom, and I've been looking around for him and calling for him, he does get a treat for showing up. Am I near a road? Not as big of a road, car collector. If you guys were always hearing the, you know, police cars and ambulances, we were by quite a big road. We were on the hill right above it. Now we're in more of a suburban loop, you know, and so we're not by as big a road, which is good. We will, you won't hear as many sirens. Oh, thank you, Rob. The natural sunlight will do wonder for the pores visibility. No. No pores. Embrace the outdoors. I can't. I just can't with the outdoors. Dan has so many walks planned, and I'm like, yeah, okay. You know, I really love Dan, and I really don't want it to be just like the sadness of his life that I will never go on walks and I don't leave the house. So, you know, I'm going to try to improve in that area. Okay, here's the thing. I don't go outside on walks or hikes or any of those things because when I walk, I think that other people have this too, but I get so itchy, like hives. It's something with my circulation. Now, granted, I do know that if I push through the pain for a few weeks, I don't get itchy anymore. But like, I am so itchy that after about 15 minutes, I run back to the house, strip off my pants, get a brush, and scratch my legs so hard. TMI, I know. And then like I will be scratching like this to where like my nails will create blood blisters on my skin or like busted blood vessels or something. So it's very uncomfortable for me to go on a walk or a run or any of those things, be it indoors or outdoors. Like if I have to walk really far at an airport, I also get itchy. So it's something, I don't know what it is. TMI. That's why Dan does it. Oh, sometimes he's had to be like, Dawn, you're like, let me close the door to the house first before you start pulling off your clothes and scratching. I know, it's really aggressive, but I cannot begin to tell you guys how bad it itches. Like, it's like hives. I'm covered in splotches and spots. It's very aggressive. I've tried to look it up. It's very hard to figure out what that is. Book festivals are the only thing that drag you out during the day. I will. I'll work on it all summer long, Steve, and you know, I've gone through times where I've really tried, like I've studied how to, you know, get a little bit of a tan if you're pale as a ghost, and they say start with 5 minutes in the sun, and then 6 minutes, and then, you know, go to 10 minutes, and I've done the whole thing perfectly, but it reaches a point, if I'm outside for about 20 minutes, I will burn, peel, and be paler than when I started. So, it doesn't work. I have tried. Believe me. There was a few years that I lived in California, and I tried very hard to get a nice California tan. No, no. A 45-pound groundhog? Whoa! That's massive! Where did he go? I'm hearing something. Oh, he's over there. Thank you, Louie. Yes, that is definitely bigger than Sherlock. He's like, what, 15, 16 pounds, thereabouts? It's his, this month I think it is. I'm not sure. It might be next month is his yearly check-in. Usually it's in May, but I think during COVID it got pushed back a little bit last year. So it might be a little bit later this year. But anyway, yes, we are gonna, Sherlock is gonna have his yearly weigh-in. And we'll see what sort of lecture I will get. It would, absolutely, Tom. February was pretty perfect, though. During Swornfest, that was nice, balmy, warm, a little bit too hot sometimes. And, but any hotter than that, and I think I might be having a rough go at life. Yes, exactly. 365 spa days. I'm doing my best to really keep up with his spa time. Though on the weekends we both get a break, and all he has to have is a brushing. He does not have to have his toothbrushing. We just give him, you know, an actual fur brushing. It was crazy warm for February. Well, it was really nice. Okay. Oh, wow. Dr. Dark, thank you. Is a condition that causes hive-like itching brought on by physical exertion or heat. I'm going to need to look that up because I keep trying to figure out, like, what can I do to not have that? It really does drive me nuts. Ooh, there's treatment, too. Antihistamines. Huh. Thank you, Dr. Dark. Did I win my ramen this week? I did, Philip. I did not deserve it. I rewarded myself anyway. My workout plan has gone thoroughly out the window. For one reason, because our weight setup isn't set up yet. So I need to, next week I'm going to start doing weights that are straight up thievery. I'm going to start doing workouts that don't necessarily require the rack, you know, the cage that Dan has. By the way, we moved that ourselves. Carrying the bars and the weight things and the cage and the whole thing. Oh my God. So the move was probably like, that really tested my strength abilities. There were some times where I was just like, I can't drop this or I'm going to break the floor and the walls. And poor Dan, he certainly did the like lion's share of the lifting. Like I could tell when we were carrying something that was definitely too heavy for me, Dan was definitely carrying like 75% of the load. And I was huffing and puffing with the additional, what, 25%? I mathed. Go me. Hopefully that was correct math. So anyway, long story short, I got some seriously good workouts during the move. I was ripped AF. But since then I haven't been working out at all. So hopefully starting next week, I will re-begin my workout routine. Oh no, Dr. Dark, I'm so sorry. The answer to that isn't pretty. Oh no, how mean. Yes, let's try arting. You're right. I hear you loud and clear, Tom. Do we like this better? I'm inclined to think we like it better, but I'm unsure. I think we do. Love you too, Tom. Jerry, thank you. So sorry, Dr. Dark. That is really rough. I'm I'm so grateful for your help though with the what this is called, the itchiness, because there are times honestly that I would love to go on a walk, but then the thought of like being itchy to where I feel like it's gonna make me throw up is just too much. So I do need to fix that and work on my situation. Kevin, hello. Knights of G, thank you so much. Oh, how are you? Oh, you're talking to Philip. There we go. I see what you said. Thank you so much for the kind words, Knights of G. Really appreciate it. It's great to be live again. Oh, interesting, Dr. Dark. Sorry. All right, I think I'm going to change the angle of these things. They look a little too much like palm trees to me, and I want to get them a little bit more vertical in how they are. So we're going to fix that and make it a little bit more vertical. Like that. Have a good stream, Brian. Thank you so much for stopping by. Doesn't do it all the time. You're a registered doctor of being awesome. Nice. Yeah. Okay, so quick adjustment to these. I'm going to go a little longer and less wide. They are just much too much in my opinion. So this is the angle it would go at. I'm going to go longer like this and take up a little bit more vertical space so that they look a little less like freaking palm trees, which is, I was getting strong palm tree vibes. Jeff, hello, happy Sunday. Yeah, okay. I don't feel like I'm getting palm tree vibes anymore. Is the young Dawn clone still refusing you to come to uni? You know, I think she will allow it. I don't think she wants me there, but is sort of realizing that, you know, Mommy will be extremely sad if she doesn't get to come. Yay, happy Mother's Day. Thank you, Jeff. Happy Mother's Day to your mom, to Lori. Yeah, that looks better to me. So we're going to fix it over here too. It's a phase, Dawn. She doesn't want you there right now. Later, she really will not want you. Oh no! I'm gonna ugly cry. All right, I'll keep it under advisement, Steve. Thank you. Okay, and then I think I was doing a little triangle at the end. And then here, the triangle at the end is going to go directly into the base, like that. That's why they print signs that say send money, not bring money. Weep! That really hurts my feelings. Okay, and then there's one in the center here. Maybe we'd see a little bit of one over there and a little bit of one over here, but not very much, so it might not be worth showing those, or it's just going to get visually confusing. Okay. Now, to decide. Do I want a double-sided bar? Or do I want it to follow the pattern up at the top? Think. Double bar, okay. Thank you, Tom. In case you weren't aware, the full episodes, the Entertainment District, is up. You have lots of catching up to do. Okay, the catch. We are currently watching Naruto, and we are trying to go through the full Shippuden era and the, whatever it's called, the Ninja War before Vienna goes to uni. So we might, I don't know if we're going to watch the Entertainment District while she's still here, or if that's something we'll watch on our own once she's gone to uni. I don't know. But yeah, right now we are mad going through Naruto. So we got the full DVD box set, and that's what we're watching. Oh, thank you, Dr. Dark. Who matches lingerie anymore? Oh, but this is a lingerie set, so I need to match it. But you're saying double bar is a good thing, yeah? We're watching it on we have Crunchyroll. Watch the new show called Ghosts. Okay. I don't have Paramount Plus. Much love to you, Elisa. So my plan, at least in my head, my plan for this one, this particular version of Cinderella, I make plans while I'm penciling and inking something. Once I start coloring it, sometimes I'll see that the colors don't really work, and I change my plan. So barring that happening, my plan for the lace on this one is to make it look like, I don't know if you guys recall the Angel and Lace Joan of Arc piece that I did. It was a commission from a few years ago where I tried to make it look like sheer champagne-y white stockings. I want to do that look here as well. It'll be way simpler. I'm doing it digital, so I just take the opacity down. It's really not as hard as it was in traditional media to do that and to kind of fake it by adding a bunch of random colors. I think I used like 8 or 12 colors to get that sort of sheer white looking stocking thing. It's gonna be so much easier on the computer for that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at in my head for the color palette. But also, her outfit is blue, so I might make it, you know, white, white gloves, very Cinderella white, right? White mesh and sheer areas, and then maybe like baby blue lace, like the actual embroidery on the lace. I don't know. I guess I'll have to try it, and I'll be doing a bunch of it live with you guys, so we'll see how it goes. Alexander Davenport, hello, welcome to the stream. So once the lace plan is done and figured out, I will move on to inking all of this. Okay, let's see. Size-wise, I've gone too thick. And I'm making sort of the center line of her knee and thigh area a little bit bigger, so it's got, like, you know, a more prominent center point. Thank you, Roger. Tom, what is this old man nonsense? And perhaps I will change the pattern of the lace on her stockings in the next version. And there are many different ways to draw a garter. I'm seeing that it's kind of in right now for it to be higher, almost like a tiny corset belt situation. But then for the next version, that's going to be the topless version, I think I'm going to make it lower down here. And so then we'll have, you know, more skin visible. You're turning 50 in July. That's old. It's not old. I am starting to feel like 60 is where I'm going to allow myself to say that I'm old. Because 50 is just getting dang close. Arnav, hello. Long time no see. I am doing great. Thank you. Oh, I wish I was 29 and holding. I'm 44 and aging. It's a little bubbly looking here. I don't like it. I don't know if I can handle this bubbliness. I might need to just not make it fully, like maybe I'll make the base just a straight line because it's creating these little bubble look and I don't like the bubble look. So I'm gonna start inking because boredom has kicked in. 2 years where I don't age. Nice. All right. And I think I'm going to use size 01. We're going to go up here. AADD. Yes, it sure did. It attacked something fierce. All right. Here's to hoping I can do this well. Okay, and then this, I want it to be scroll work. Now embroidery isn't like perfect straight lines for the most part, so I'm gonna try to give it a little bit of that like scribbly embroidery look. Oh, nice, Tom. That's awesome. Am I zoomed in enough? Can you guys see okay, or shall I zoom in a bit more? I think I can zoom in a bit more. Okay, so it needs to look like it has a bit of thickness to it. So I've added some little dots of embroidery on the outside of her boob. It's working. Have you ever been halfway through a drawing and changed the composition? Yes, for sure. There's a lot of times where I'll be working through something and then I'll be like, this is not it. This isn't quite right. This isn't good enough. I need to adjust. There have been times where I've even written the publisher and been like, after they chose a layout, I wrote them back with Zenescope actually and was like, please can I provide you with some new layouts? I feel that all the ones that I sent you are not good enough. Here's something new, you know, that kind of thing. You got COVID. Aw, sorry, Arnav. What happens to the original drawings? Well, most of the time it's multiple little drawings on a piece of paper because that's how I do my layouts. And so those I keep. I have most of my layouts from the last few years. Before that, I used to throw them out. Now I keep them because sometimes, you know, if the layout isn't chosen for one project, sometimes the pose itself is great. It just didn't work in that context, and I can make adjustments to it and then use an unused layout for something else. So say I draw 3 cover ideas, one of them gets picked. Well, the other 2, I can either throw them out or I can rework them and use them somewhere else. And I definitely do that. All the thrown out drawings are in Juan's collection. Oh, for sure, what the fan art. And sometimes I notice I won't notice an error in my anatomy, for instance, or nipple placement always, until it's time to do the coloring. And once I'm in coloring is when all the stuff I didn't notice I see now. And so I have to make adjustments a lot. You would take one? Aw, thanks, Ed. Okay, this is intentional scribbly stuff, but I think it gives it a little bit more of an embroidery look, as opposed to, say, there's a lot of times with mesh, they'll have mesh areas and then velour areas. Those ones are a little bit more, I feel, laser cut or something, so that they are quite perfect. But with embroidery, you do see the loops and stuff, so that's what I'm trying to give off here. Kurichakira? I hope I said your name correctly. Thank you so much for the follow. Looks like stitching. Excellent. Thank you. You're right, I did, Allie. I just straight up moved on to something else. I find when I was drawing, if I changed something major, I would be frustrated and either throw it out. Sometimes it sucked because the original was good. Ah, sorry, Roger. You don't, oh, you thought the bubbly garter bits looked good? Aw, thank you. It's not laser cut, but most likely cut with a cutting machine. Yeah, something like that. It just looks more precise lines because of the way that the velour is or something. Okay, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, so I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. Okay, and I'm doing one little scroll work going this way with a dot, and another little scroll work going the opposite direction and a dot. And that's kind of how I've got the little bits. Hanusol, hello! Yes! I'm in my fuzzy sweater. It's like Shaun the Sheep. So Dan says it's Dawn the Sheep. See? It's very warm. I love it. Thank you, Roger. John Overbay, hello. Welcome to the stream. That's amazing, Allie. It is like the portable blankets of solitude. Absolutely, Steve. You still do it for your business. That's so cool, Allie. Thank you, Roger. I'm so glad you find it soothing. That's awesome. I can usually catch, if I have some errors going on, I see them on screen. It's crazy how that works, but I swear to God, I can be looking at something like this and not notice an error, and then look at it on my screen, or even just take a photo of it and look at it on my phone, and all of a sudden I'll see the issues. I'm sure it's the same thing as like holding your art up to a mirror or looking at it flipped, or all of those things. They all play in. But it's funny that not even just flipping it, but having that break in reality of seeing it on screen is when I start noticing my mistakes. So thankfully right now I don't see any, but I check. Dawn the sheep, yes. David Robinson, hello. No, tonight I chose hot dogs and chips for Mother's Day. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight. And I got a Snickers cake. And so we picked that up last night, and we'll have that for dessert. This in. So I did one sort of curl this way, the dot, and another curl going that way with the dot at the end. We had goat meat quesadillas. Interesting. Chips in the hot dog buns for extra crunch. I love, I'm sure I already told you guys this at some point, but I really like my hot dogs with pickle relish. Oh my God. So I always have some relish in the fridge. That shit never goes bad. So I've had it for a long time, and it's for hot dog nights. And honestly, I will also have, I really like turkey sandwich meat with pickle relish in it. and then a squirt of sriracha all the way through, like a strip of sriracha, like half a teaspoon of pickle relish, and then I roll them up and I eat them like that. It's so yummy. It was really good. Did you guys make it, Tom, or did you have it out? Like, did you eat out? At a restaurant, okay. I know, I need to make the rice. Sing for the streams, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, we're moving on to more lace. And I'm going to try to stick with the lace for as long as I can stand it. I have attention issues when it comes to working on this much detail. So I inked a good bit of this before I had changed my mind on the detail I wanted to do with the lace. So some of this was from my previous plan, and now I'm just gonna have to kind of alter it a little bit to make it work in my new plan. But I'm only allowing myself to change the plan mid-ink because I know I can fix that stuff and adjust it to work in my new plan. We had goats in our backyard growing up. Oh, wow. Hello, Claire. Sing for the streams. Thank you for the follow. I'm going to do these lines first. They're just kind of the edge of that. I'm going to do lines like that, but I'm working on the edge first so that I know where the little tails should end. I don't mind some of these having little tails coming off because I think that kind of ties everything together. But I am going to try to get some of the the placement planned out. So do that. And then here, and this one needs to come down a little longer. take this one down longer too. And there's going to be major color holds happening on all of this stuff here. Okay. Oh, we use the same traditional supplies. Yay! That's awesome. Okay, upside down for a minute. There we go. Yep, that's so true. Sing for the streams. 98% love. Nicely done. Absolutely sing for the streams. Use of Weapons, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the stream. Okay, I'm gonna get some of this done. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Stanley. Have a great week. Whoop whoop. Gamer Extreme, welcome to the stream. Thank you. Rocky Road, long time no see. How's it going? Okay. Let's start doing the rose. I'm going to ink the rose. Actually, and I'm going to finish inking this side of her boob. Oof, there's some intense cat bath happening over there. All right, rose inking time. Then we can move on to some more lace. I've just had enough for a minute. Been okay, struggling with retail work, and I'm looking for an art job, but haven't had any luck yet. On the bright side, I got a rogue figurine. Aw, that is so kind of you, Rocky, and I'm sorry about the struggle in finding art jobs. It is definitely difficult. So I'll put some thicker lines to create a little bit of depth in the rows in a few minutes, but first I'm just getting the outlines in there for the petals. Okay, and one last big petal. Like I see a lot in roses where there's kind of one of the outermost petals is really sort of come down away from the rose, right, as it's opening up, and maybe not all the other petals have fallen as far. But I'm going to do that right here with this one where it's quite opened up. Like that. There we go. Aw, thank you, Tom. Gamer Extreme, thanks guys. Really appreciate it. 1 ink filled, 12 more refills. Yes. To me, it's like, if I'm choosing a marker, be it, I mean, any kind of marker, I will not choose one, even if it's stated to be amazing. If it's not refillable, it's really, I have no time for it. Because, yeah, exactly. You need to be able to refill, and especially have the option to bring those refills with you. Say if you're at a convention and doing sketches there, it's ridiculous to buy more markers all the time. Thank you, David. Good evening. Thank you, Philip. Well, look at that. That's awesome, Rocky. Congratulations. That's huge. Well done. I'm so happy for you. Okay, so one rose down. I'm gonna do more roses down here in like a little rose bush situation. I just also thought that having some little plant leaves right there to break up the space would be good. So, the bubbly thing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by inking the top part and maybe decide if I'm going to make the base like this, or if I'm going to make the base just a nice straight line, just so that there isn't so much going on. Okay. Rose. So, I'm going to do a quick kneaded eraser right here. And then do a little fixie fix and plan out this outer part of her bra. So I think that her bra would come down like this. And this would be scrolling here. It's just easier for me sometimes to actually draw through the entire plan so that I know where everything would be. That would come down like so, because it's turning a corner, right? And then there would just be, oh, okay, nope. All right, so we wouldn't see any of the scroll work. We'd barely see the top of the little diamond-shaped thing right there, and then it will carry out underneath. So none of this stuff under her hair are we gonna even see, but it helps me to draw all of that through so I know it's in the right place. You low-key want this outfit? Yay! I can call you Gabby. All right, I will do my best to remember that. I am horrible with names. No, thank you, David. I erased and redid it a couple times because I kept changing my mind. And laziness is certainly a thing where I'm just like, you know, I'm looking at all this area, and it's a lingerie cover. Lingerie, you know, depending on the character, lace is implied. Sometimes leather, sometimes latex. But I think for Cinderella, lace is implied. And so I'm just like, oh God, I need to come up with a pattern, you know? And coming up with a lace pattern is really like annoying. So I've just been like, oh God. So I tried to get away with something that I knew just wasn't good enough. So erased it, did it better. The one thing, Gabby, that I've found is that I am a snob as well, to be sure. But I bought all of the Copic SP multi-liners, and those ones have the same as Copic markers, but they're like a refill cartridge and then replaceable nibs. Those nibs and the ink flow of the cartridges are not as good or smooth, and my inking looks worse than using their regular disposable line of their multi-liners. So I do have the SP line, and it just is not, it's not as good for inking. So that is the one place where my snob had to take a back seat on the like everything must be refillable when it came to the pens, unfortunately. Oh, you're so sweet, Rocky Road. You low-key have a lot of these outfits. Nicely done, Gabby. Okay, so this is the little diamond center point. Then it comes down to this little filigree dealio. I'm not going to draw that in because you wouldn't see it under the hair. And then we're just going to do, it's going to turn the corner and then go back behind her boob. So all done. Yes, unfortunately, Gabby, the nibs are much harder. And I've thought that it was maybe I had a bad one. I've replaced it. I've changed it out. It's just, they're not the same. Maybe Copic, you know, a representative from Copic or the person in the factory will be like, it's the exact same nib. But I've tried for about 2 years to make those work, to justify the expense that they were. And I can't. My inking is just worse. The lines are not as clean, which is really frustrating. Yeah, try the non-refillables and see. Like, maybe it won't be the same for you, but I feel that the nibs of the refillables are slightly softer, and as such, they go into the paper better. Do I know of many comic book artists? Enough, I think, yeah. Psychosomatic hard nibs are tight. Following my own pencil rhymes, my saving grace was it was my own sketchbook, so I could edit where needed. Okay, what was I gonna do? I have become lost. Well, we're gonna do these little hair pieces. I have left this strand right here uninked for days because I'm just not sure if I want it. And I keep going back and forth, but I think I want this strand. I think that 2 right there would work for me. And then that would be a total of 3 strands in her hair. Nuke the hair strand. Really? Bill Robertson. Did I get unpacked? Ish. See you, Hannah's soul. Have a wonderful evening. The last time I saw a video of Todd McFarlane, he was using a huge screen thing. Yes, that is called a Cintiq. Todd McFarlane's Cintiq is bigger than my Cintiq. He has the Big Daddy Cintiq. I have the 22-inch Cintiq. Same thing though. And next week I will be doing this piece scanned into the computer and digitally coloring it. So if you swing back by on Tuesday or Thursday next week, you'll see my Cintiq. It's just over here to the side of me right now. See you later, Ed. Have a fantastic week. Size matters? I'm assuming so. Had the house remodeled and have to move things back now. Oh, okay. Watercolors and computer pencils. You think it distracts from the face. So we've got, yeah, I've been going back and forth just like all of you all have a varying opinion. So why do we use that exactly? Well, for me, the reason why I use it is for digital coloring. It's much easier because you're drawing directly on, it's like having a piece of paper in front of you, or it's as close as you can get, right? So for me, it's about not having the stylus or graphics tablet off to the side. Then it's just too much division from, you know, what I'm doing. I had a really hard time jumping from traditional colors to digital colors until I got the Cintiq and I could be working on it as if it were a piece of paper. So that's why I got myself a Cintiq. I'm getting an iPad with an Apple paper-like screen. Nice, that's good. Does your paper have your name on it? Yes, it does. It works perfect with my long and thin desk. Yes, it still fits. Well, there's one more strand here that I've been on the fence about, but I've decided to keep it. What if that strand Tom approves of? What if flex? Where did I flex? Oh, just because I decided to keep this strand? And I need to go check. The reason why her choker is not complete is because I need to go check and see if there's some sort of pendant or brooch in the center of her choker. And I'm not sure. This is my first time drawing Zenescope Cinderella, and I honestly don't know if there's something here or not. So that's why I'm waiting, and I haven't inked that, because there's like a potential circle right there to make sure there's the placement if she has one. Flex is because you have paper printed with your name on it. Oh, I see. Well, it's honestly, the reason why I do it is because I buy this paper and get it cut to size for me. I don't buy pre-stock paper, so it's just at my printer. They're already putting the outside border on, so then I just like, yeah, put my name on it too. Oh, Rob has helped me out here. Thank you. Tom also says she does, but it's a solid yellow bubble. All right, here we go. Let's look. Okay, so it's like a oval within an oval, it seems. The color changes. Okay. Thank you. I wasn't sure. I'm glad I didn't ink it. So because of how it's turning on her, this side, we're seeing more of this side, so it will be thicker. And then the distance on this side will be far thinner because it's kind of rounding the corner of her neck. There we go. Let's ink that in. It's different colors on different covers. Yeah, that could really just be all of us not really knowing. Observe. Oh, and it looks like the rose is pink. That's handy. That'll match better than red. Yeah, I mean, the only comic book paper that I could find here in Canada that was like 2 comic book spec was this one brand of comic book paper that they had at Michael's, and I didn't realize that it was pretty much absolute trash until we were at a convention and JP Roth asked me if she could have a piece of my comic book 11x17 board for eBAS to use for a commission or a piece he was working on. And he took one look at the piece of paper and he was like, no, I won't touch that paper. He's like, no. And I didn't realize that it was really bad until then. And then I started noticing, oh my God, it's so textured. It's making my lines look really bumpy. And ever since then, I have become such a snoot about smooth paper. So I was working on a jam piece cover with eBAS, and it was one of those covers. You guys may remember it because I was working on it via live stream. But yeah, he sent me his paper with his layout on it. I drew on it and then sent it back to him, and he's gonna finish the piece. But I needed to do patches, so like alternate outfits. So I sent him my paper for the other pieces. And I was like, dude, you gotta try this paper. And he was like, okay, that paper is really good. It is so smooth. This paper is super smooth. It's literally called super smooth paper. But it's still absorbent. It's non-glossy. So that I can do Copic coloring on it, colored pencil, not watercolor. It'll warp with watercolor. I know, you and me both, Rob. I have no idea what's up with the jam piece and then the Morgana piece that I finished in February of this year. I don't know where either of those are right now. I need to get a situation, or I'll check with JP Roth because, like, literally, when are they coming out? Not bookmark smooth, though. No, it's a different feel than the bookmarks. The bookmarks are, you know, a whole new level. Okay, where am I at? Mad distracted. Let's do the lace of her panties because I want them to be lace. So I have placement, but then let's get the lace going on. And then this is the connection piece to the garter itself. And then the other garter, right? It's 1, 2, and then 3. 1, 2, and then 3. Yeah, so it's this one right here. That's the other garter. So it's kind of going on the outside of her hip right there. The bookmarks are fondle smooth, right? I am in Calgary, Canada, Gabby. And then probably something here and perhaps back here, but I'm not sure. There is such a thing as I've gone too far, and it happens a lot. Aw, Rocky Road, that's so sweet of you. All right, so let's see what kind of lace we want. Maybe... I'm wondering about something kind of like this. Yes, I think that's enough. Good night. What the fan art? Have a good one. Dawn's gonna overthink always. Jerry Lynn, hello. Welcome to the stream today. How are you doing, love? Okay, so the other side now. This is just going to go down like that. I want that to be a little bit thicker. Okay. 2 days off a week for the next 4 weeks. And nights free. Nice! Congratulations! Alright. So this up here is black. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this part in at least. Typo is your second language. Okay. So I'm going to put black in here for her panties as well. Generally, I don't like to do pre-blacking because it gets in my way, but hopefully here I should be able to be fine. It'll just kind of drop this part into the background, which is what I'm trying to do. Go. All right. So, yeah, it's all good. Okay, I might want to thicken some lines, but I can do that at another time off stream. So here, I had both of them. You know, think, what's her name? Marilyn Monroe. When she has like big long gloves on and stuff in movies, she has like a little armband that's all diamonds, or I'm sure it's not actual diamonds, but you know, implied. And so I've got that on this one, and then here I had the same thing, but I don't know if you'd wear two of exactly the same. So I'm just gonna make it like little chains and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna finalize their placement and ink those in. And sometimes having, like, especially on this hand, having these lines there helps to kind of divide between the wrist and the forearm. And so I find them really helpful, especially in an awkward kink angle like this. It'll kind of show or imply the direction of her arm right there. Oh, thank you, Roger. Let's rock. King J, Dante, I'm so sorry. I missed a bunch of people following me. You guys are awesome. Im Lee, thank you for the follow as well. There we go. The kink angle is always a good one. Nice. I'm going to do 0.05 for this part. Do a little zoom. And these are just going to be like something gold and sparkly, or depending on what color theme I go for in all of this. Oh my God, I really might be able to get this off for flats tonight. And that, my friends, will hopefully fix my lateness. And I'm doing the lines bumpy because I think I plan to make them stones or something along those lines, and so it helps if they're not perfectly smooth lines. It just gives that texture. There we go. Thank you so much, Philip. Okay. Switching to 0.1. Of course, it's the last pen in the pile. And I missed a line right here. There we go. Am only thinking about hot dogs now. Honestly, what I'm really excited about is the potato chips. I don't recall the last time I had potato chips. I am not on any kind of diet. I'm not avoiding them in any way. I just can't really remember. Thank you, John Overbay. So I'm really excited about them for some odd reason. Has chili cheese Fritos tempting you upstairs at the moment? Give in to the temptation, Rob. It sounds excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna start inking the lace here, and I'm gonna ink. Can you guys see what it is I'm doing? No. Okay, so we're gonna have to do that. So I'm gonna start inking the top part of the lace because I know I want to keep that part. I'm just not sure about the double line being bumpy. Nice, Rocky Road. That's a solid win. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Maybe I need to move like this. Do you like marzipan, Allie? That's kind of what I'm thinking, Roger. It's the double bump that's kind of bothering me. Now, most garter stockings do have a band. So if I'm going to do that, I will do something here. I'm just not sure I want it facing this way. Like maybe I'll just flip the whole thing and have it all going the other direction. I don't know yet. Renee, hello. Thank you. It's from your hometown. We have at least 3 manufacturers here. That's awesome. Thank you. And no, it's not too expensive for you. Aw, you're so sweet, Allie. Thank you. Dawn loves it. There we go. Something kind of like that. No, this isn't the second cover yet, Kat. This is the first one still. I didn't get very much time since last live stream to work on it, unfortunately. Okay. So, Curses and Karma, thank you. Allie, do you like the really soft licorice? I've heard that the softer black licorice is really yummy. I think it's just most of the stuff we get here is stale. I've been very inconsiderately having a life. I know. The next is the risque cover. That is correct. Thank you, Kat. All right, so same thing here. I'm gonna do the lace down at the base right there. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't care for it either, unfortunately. Red vines are gross too, Tom. Yuck. There's a huge difference between stale and fresh licorice. I mean, you can chew tire rubber too. That's right. Twizzlers for the win. Send you some. If you hate it, give it to someone you don't like. Do I feel comfortable putting my weight down on the top part? I'm going to make it some form of bar. It needs to be. But how I'm going to place it is the thing that I need to think about. So I can expect a package from Dawn then. No! I do like the nibs too. They are yummy. Not true, Rob. Twizzlers are stale, red vines are soft. I might need to just try them again because to me they just tasted weird. Like, I didn't care for the taste. Maybe, okay, there's the Twizzler ones that are like the ropes that you peel off, and those ones kind of have more of the red vine consistency with the Twizzler taste, which is the best of both worlds. All right, you guys, it's time for me to sign off. Dinner is smelling yummy. Dan is so kind to cook dinner tonight, like a sweetheart. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And I do have a little announcement. I am going to be switching my live streams. I know I had said I was going to go back to regular scheduling, but I am going to be dropping one live stream, and that is the Sunday one. It's getting increasingly difficult for me to make it for the Sunday one. Dan has some work projects he's working on, and I am going to try to get a bit more focused art time. So I will be doing live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays from here on out, just so you know. And thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you for the Mother's Day wishes. Happy Mother's Day to all of you out there. I love you all, and I'll catch you on Tuesday's live stream for hopefully coloring this piece. Good night, everybody. Love you, love you. You will adjust. Thank you, Tom. Big hugs. Thank you, guys. Good night.